y'all. It's Wednesday. It's 8:44 p.m. We're a few minutes late. We had a few technical difficulties. Thanks for hanging out with us, being a little bit patient tonight. But it is time for Mythos Investigators Silent Sky. This will actually be the last stream that we're doing here on Big Bearded Nerd for the year. Well, not the last one on Big Bearded Nerd, but the last one by Big Bearded Nerd on stream this year. We're excited to kind of kick off the end of the year celebrations. For Jake and myself, going to be taking a much needed break in the month of December. I can't think of a better way to lead into that than playing scary shit with this group of friends. So we'll get right into the action here in just a minute. But I do want to just point out again, as we kick off every one of our shows here. Right now, especially 2 years into COVID. A lot of us are dealing with mental health issues. We were talking about a little bit earlier. Our Spotify Wrapped came out today, and a lot of us were commenting on how in our feels we have been with our music choices this year.
Dark place.
Really, really dark place. But mental health is something that's very important to us here at Big Bearded Nerd and part of the Mini Train to Main family. So, if you are ever struggling. We don't want you to struggle alone. I just want you to know that you can come here and type !help in the chat, and you will get a list of resources that you can use to get the help that you need. I also have it on a timer, so if you forget what to type, you can just come in and wait for the timer. It runs offline too, so it will always be here on the channel. But again, we want to make sure that you have those resources to take care of yourself, because we love you and we want to have you continue hanging out with us here on the first Wednesday of the month while we play Call of Cthulhu. So I'm going to turn it over to M here in just a minute, but if you look right above my head, you will see the Mythos dice, which I will be adding a few to. Today we earned, looks like we had 9 of those at our last session. We're going to add a few more here today. And M will explain what you can do, or what we can do with those dice here in just a minute. So I will turn it over to M. Let's have some fun, y'all.
Hi, everyone. I'm M. I have a cat on my shoulder who's very comfy right now, so this is where he's going to stay. But yes, so this is episode 2 of Silent Sky, and the Mythos dice are in effect in this session. They were not last session, but they will be. And so what will happen is one of the players, or myself, can give another player a Mythos die, which they will roll on a D100 chart, and something surely horrifying will happen to them. In this case, with the Mythos dice that I've done, there is a chance that they will roll a area effect or an environmental effect that will affect not only them, but all of the players. So that will be exciting. And without further ado, let's get into episode 2. Allie, you're in a cave. You feel the rock beneath your feet. You hear the sounds of dripping water. Somewhere in the distance, you hear the sounds of a flowing river. You smell the dampness in the air, and you can feel the humidity upon your skin as you take steps forward. And as you keep walking down this tunnel, you begin to see strange flora, for lack of a better term, on this cave. On the walls, strange mushrooms colored in these iridescent blues, greens, purples. They seem to shimmer under the flashlight that you shine ahead of you. Some even move at your presence. You swear. You see them, but when you look, they're still. But you can't help but feel eyes upon you. Everywhere you look, everywhere you walk, but you cannot turn. You can simply walk forward. And as you keep going, you get to the entrance of a cavern. And you see where the water has been coming from. This small underground waterfall trickles down rocks, sending a cooling mist against your face, probably welcome after feeling the hot of walking and climbing. But your attention soon is distracted by a large shape. It looks like a stone structure, a egg-shaped, filled with different runes and symbols that glow and pulsate. Focusing on them at any one time for too long sends a pounding through your skull. And so your eyes flit around. And you see a figure standing in front of this shape, this structure. You see the back of your father. He's looking up at this egg. And he begins to speak. It is his voice, but he's not speaking English. As you hear it, it sounds European, Russian, perhaps. And as he speaks, you slowly see his back begin to arch backwards until you see that his eyes have no pupils. His hands reach behind him, bones breaking, shoulders popping, until he's in a back bridge, looking at you, still calmly speaking this language. And then he lunges at you.
No.
And you wake.
Okay.
Sweat dripping down your face. You can still smell that damp, cold cave.
Wow.
And,
yeah. Go ahead.
And that's when you hear an alarm begin to set. For the rest of you, we ended off, you heard the sound of clanging on the other side, on the outside of your moon base. Fast, successive that go over. And then for you, the power goes off. Everything goes black. Mm-hmm. Soon, the backup generators begin to light, and you hear an alarm, and you hear the sound of Bunny's voice.
Unauthorized personnel detected on the outskirts of Moon Base, enacting lockdown sequence.
And as you hear that, all of a sudden, Killian, in front of you, where you were at the communications desk at your keyboard, all of a sudden, steel plates begin to come down, lock into place. You see upon the screen the face of Bunny in red underneath lockdown. And you hear, all of you hear the sounds of doors being locked. What do you all do?
Do I know what? Do we know what the lockdown procedures were having come here? Was that explained to us, or is this like a surprise shot to us or to me?
Oh, I helped design them.
Yeah, I would imagine that you probably got it in training. Now, whether you listen to the multiple hours of of initiation lessons, you would know that you can't that all doors outside, inside are locked until the AI deems that it is safe for the people inside.
So I'll just push back from the console. But Bunny, any information you can give us? What's going on? What's out there?
I mean, what Killian is trying to ask is, what's wrong with the power? Where did we lose it?
Thanks.
Power has been disconnected on the roof of Moon Base 2.
All right. I'm gonna immediately sort of begin looking. Going to go check on my schematics and see if I can find a way to reroute power, main power, because clearly the power is still on. It's just not getting to us, if that's the case. So I just need to find another way to get it to us. I can probably get it to us, but I mean, I even know if I have to run a cable through the corridors, but I think we got a bigger problem. Bunny, what's the status of the outer hull of the station? Is it holding? Any damage other than the power cable, obviously?
Damage detected from meteor storm. No further damage detected.
Any breaches?
Negative.
All right. But by the way, we go into power conservation. Of what we've got until we get the main power hook back up. Cut back on life support by 20%. Any non-essential systems and can be turned off unless we need them. We'll let you know. And we're probably gonna need to get to some of these doors, so I don't want to hear any of this lockdown crap. When we get there, you let us through, and we'll get this back together.
Authorization and clearance confirmed. Clive West. You may have access to doors.
That's my girl. That Killian. Do we have any cameras on the outside of this place right now that we can look and see what the hell is out there?
With the shutdown, are there any consoles that I have access to, or am I locked out of everything at this point?
Yeah, as you saw, kind of these steel things went over your keys, and there is that red lockdown button on your on the screen.
Any chance there's any kind of hidden access panel or anything like that I might be able to try and hack into?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to do that.
All right. Yeah, give me what kind of role would that be? Like a
computer use or electronics, or probably computer use, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, depending on where the problem is, the computer use or electrical repair, maybe.
So yeah, I will go to any kind of maybe a service panel or something like that that's not technically for use, that maybe I figured out I might be able to get in during lockdown. That is. I'm going to go ahead and push this roll.
So you need to think of consequences, Keeper, of what's going to happen.
Yeah. My computer use skill is a 75. I rolled an 83.
Ooh.
And then a 98.
So as you begin to fiddle with the wires and stuff, you soon realize that this is not the electrical setup that you were trained on back at home base. This is something completely different. And so as you're putting in wires and taking out, you hear like this sound. You actually see a spark and a little bit of smoke comes up, and you know that you have fried part of the computer. You were not sure what exactly you fried, but yes, you have fried some of it.
I just kind of
William's gonna get in so
step
much
back
trouble.
and
Meanwhile, from the other side of the control room, Clive is like, "How's it going, Killian?"
fuck.
We're fine here.
That,
now.
that,
Thank you.
that good, huh?
Yeah, the wiring is wiring's different.
All right, you have been requested to roll a Mythos dice.
Requested is a gentle word.
Meanwhile, this entire time, Dax is posting,
That's a 96.
running a video, talking about how badly Killian is messing up the system.
So, this is perfect. So as soon as you, this happens to you, Clive, you see the door to the communications room close and lock. And will you roll me a D10, Killian?
A D10. This feels bad. This feels bad. This feels bad. That's a 3.
You hear the sound of
I don't like
hissing,
sounds. Mm-mm.
like from the pipes. And as you do so, you can smell rotten eggs, which is the tell that there is some carbon monoxide coming in through
My.
this pipe.
Awesome.
Yeah. Clive.
Yeah.
And I just start
What the hell is that?
pointing it.
You have chili for lunch? Again? Oh, no, it isn't.
Vegan chili.
Of course.
Do we have emergency respirators here in the control room for breaches and things like that? So immediately Clive is gonna tell shout Dax, get respirators to everyone
Dax is like,
over there. The red panel. No, not that one. The other panel. The one below that. Yeah, that one.
why, Clive? What's going on? Just 1 second.
Just get them.
I'm being asked to get respirators. I don't know what that means. I think this is bad. We're under attack. The door's closed. We're locked in. The computer's going crazy. Killian's like lighting smoke out of the stuff. I don't know what's happening. Stay tuned. This is bad. There's been a breach. And she'll
The station canary just died. The whole thing.
She's pulling open up the drawers, trying to find the red, the blue, whatever he was talking about. Puts one on badly. Comes to you, Clive, and hands you one.
Yeah, before he puts his on, he takes yours and makes an adjustment, and then actually turns on the airflow, so you actually have actual air coming through, and just like that. I don't touch anything with it. Killian, and he'll toss you over the respirator, and he puts one on himself. Is
there
Dr. Fitzgerald, are you with us?
Is there another one of those?
I assume there would be one for every personnel. I was just asking. I didn't remember if Dr. Fitzgerald was with us. That was the player talking. So yeah, he'll get one to Dr. Fitzgerald and he'll help you put it on to make sure you get it on right. This will buy us some time. But we gotta find where that's coming from and close it off real quick. Anyone know where Allie was?
Allie needed to lay down.
So why
Allie
did you
is in
say
her
it like
quarters.
Hopefully.
that? Allie is
She needs to
absent.
Allie is no longer with us.
Allie needed some rest. Anyway,
I have a time. Yeah. So hopefully she's doing better than we are.
Is there anything you need me to do? It's okay
Help me
if
help-
that's staying out of the way. That's fine.
No, well, maybe you can help me find where that leak is coming from, and Clive is going to help work with Dr. Fitzgerald to sort of follow the smell and the sound to try and find where the carbon monoxide is leaking in.
Yeah, it doesn't take long before you kind of locate the hissing, and it is coming from one of the vents, one of the many vents here. So, which is easy enough to close up, but you'll have to turn it off. This particular pipe outside of the communications room. Meanwhile, Allie, you've heard Bunny say that there's unauthorized personnel and that there will be a lockdown.
Bunny, what do you mean personnel? Personnel outside the station?
Affirmative. There is unknown movement outside of the base.
Do we have any kind of camera feed on that movement? Is it humanoid? I hate that I just had to ask that. What is it?
We do not have any feed as we have been put into emergency lockdown. Clive West has requested for emergency systems and power saving mode.
Oh God. Oh, power saving mode. And I'm putting my jacket on like really fast. I'm like, Bunny, I need you to open all the doors between me and the lab right now, please. And I like am hustling, beating feet to the lab to make sure all my incubators are still on and they didn't get shut off in the effing power saving mode. And just checking on stuff in my lab. There are very delicate things in there.
Allison Schaefer. Clearance approved. And
you see a bunch of doors open up to you, and you're able to run to the lab. However, when you get there, you see there is a glow coming from your lab. This was the specimen, that you had been looking at. However, it is much brighter and coming from a larger area than what you had first looked at it. It has grown in size.
Oof. Like how much? Like how
It's probably doubled.
Oh God. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, so I like turn the corner and I imagine Allie like is like kind of squeaks to a stop and is like for a second just like hypnotized by this and like, Bunny, what did you say that specimen was that we brought in from the collector? What you said it was alive. What was its base again?
it was silica-based organisms.
And Allie like seems like she remembers something that she hadn't remembered before, and she runs over to the computer and starts to like this universe's equivalent of Google, and like is just Google's silica based life because she thinks she remembers something.
As you try and get on the computer, you have like this big red flash of a lockdown presented to you as you try to turn it on and log in.
And I look at that and I'm pissed. And I look over at the specimen. Is it like, so it was in like an enclosed like case. Is it like pushing the boundaries of that at all? Or does it still have like room?
Not quite. It's filled it now, but it's not pushing against it.
Okay. Like, oh my God. And then I just like, I come over the intercom. I'm like, do we have like voice chat? We established that like between each other? Okay.
Yeah.
I say, Killian, I might need you to work some of your dorky magic. Killian, are you there?
Yes.
And I'm kind of like looking at the clock. I don't know what time it is. I don't know how long I was asleep. Like, it's like immediately after probably I fell asleep, right? Not long after at all. Shit.
Nope.
So I say to Killian, I'm like, so, do you have any news on this lockdown? I need to get on my computer. I'm here in the lab. I need to get on the computer here and check something out. There is some science happening, man. It's wild. I need to get on my computer though. But there's a lockdown. Can you like do your stuff and override that for me, please?
No.
What do you mean no?
It's locked down.
But listen, Killian, I know it's locked down. But I've seen you do some crazy shit, and I could really use that right now. Some of that tech stuff. You know what you know.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't work.
Do you have any idea how long we're going to be in lockdown for?
And until Bunny says we don't need to be in it anymore.
Allie pinches the bridge of her nose. It's like, thanks for the help, Killian, and then just like shuts the channel and is like kind of then just staring like hypnotized at that.
I used my tech stuff to reopen the channel. You're welcome.
I look at any security cameras that are in my lab and I just flip it off. I assume he's watching. And I look at the silica thing again and I'm just kind of like puzzling, and like Allie starts to draw something on paper, and it's I forgot what they're called, valence dot diagrams or whatever it is, where it's I'm trying to do some calculations and making stuff and trying to figure out like what this could be if it's silica based.
As you do so, a sound begins to permeate through the lab, through the vents. You hear this noise.
Oh my God. I do not hear anything.
No.
It's okay. Take a second. We got it. Thank you for joining us tonight on Big Bearded Nerd.
Oh, okay, wait.
This is our Mythos Investigators series, our fourth in a series. Nope. I'm looking around for the source of this noise.
You start to look around, and as you do so, as you begin to look, you can all of a sudden you hear
Breach detected. South end near laboratory.
Oh
Do we hear that too, or is it just?
You will hear that it is base wide.
As soon as I hear that, I will just I kind of, as much as I can, yell, Allie said there was something going on down there. We should probably go check.
All right. Damn it. I'm guessing we don't have much in the way of weapons in this station. It's not really that sort of facility as far as we know. Yeah. Well, since I have my I have my kit with me like I usually do, so I'm gonna take out my little just a little portable welder, just check the feed, make sure it's ready, and I'm just gonna keep that handy. And I say, all right, I'll go down. Killian, why don't you stay here? Doc, you want to come with me?
No, but I will.
Thanks. And Dax, just film everything that Killian does.
I'm coming with you.
What?
I'm coming with you.
I don't think that's the smartest idea.
But I'm coming with
darling.
you. That not negotiable. This is like the best thing that's happened so far on this station. I am recording it.
Disaster of any kind
right,
is what we're really shooting for here.
I agree. She should go with you.
That's fine. Just do me a big favor. Just stay silently behind us as we're doing all this, because if you get underfoot, I might burn the wrong person, and we don't want that to happen. So just watch yourself.
Is there a right person to burn?
We'll find out. And
I mean, are you really worried about it? Did
you not hear something crawling around on the roof? This is the moon. This isn't like a house where some squirrel got in your attic. This is the moon. There shouldn't be anything crawling around on our roof. That's unsettling.
Well,
it should be a T-shirt. This is the moon.
There shouldn't be anything. It's got to be something like debris or something.
I sincerely hope
moon.
You're right.
There's no moon squirrels.
I just said that, but I know as far as we know, there's no moon squirrels. I'm just saying that I really hope you're right, but we have to assume the worst. So let's go see what's going on, and we'll go over to Bunny, open bulkhead 3815 and close it behind us when we go through.
Affirmative. You may pass through.
All right. And then as we're heading to the next one, I'll tell our intern to open and close it behind us, so we're not leaving anything behind us open.
Dax is like half a step behind you. So I'm trying very
Is she commentating the whole time?
Oh yeah.
We're running.
The camera's jiggling up and down,
the Blair Witch Project.
Exactly.
The audience is throwing up.
You hear the heavy breathing.
I am so scared.
Sorry, what? Oh God.
Allie, as you hear this, you hear sounds of metal tinging on metal, just this ting, 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 and you hear a deep growl coming from within one of these airflow vents that leads directly to the reptile enclosure.
Oh shit.
Ting,
Oh shit.
ting,
I want to.
ting.
Oh shit. I want to look at I want to. Very slowly, keeping an eye on where I'm hearing this noise, I want to kind of make my way over to the reptile enclosure and see if they are all accounted for.
As you go over, you see that suddenly one of the vents that has been used to pump in warmed air for temperature gets knocked off in this huge clang. And you see a razor sharp, what looks to be some type of leg, reach out from the vent and lightning quick spears one of the reptiles. And there's this small explosion of blood as it drags this reptile, this lizard, back into the vent, and you could hear the sound of wet munching.
Oh my God.
Make a sanity check, please.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Anytime anybody says the phrase wet munching, you're going to need to make a sanity check.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I do not have sanity circled. How do I know what my sanity is right now? It didn't come through on my gold house.
It's same as your power.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh,
Well, it's starting
bad.
off anyway. Now it's not. But
Hey, I actually got, I rolled a 4. My sanity is way up there yet. So this is weird. But okay.
Yes, but yeah, it's fine.
I've seen a lot of shit. I'm a biology major, so it's the circle of life. So I'm just like, and I just kind of am stunned for like a second because that was Stevie Nicks the iguana. And I'm really upset because that Stevie Nicks was my favorite. And now I'm just like, holy shit. And I like run out of the lab, but like as Allie is like 2 steps out of the lab, she ducks back in, grabs the specimen, and then like starts running towards communications.
As you're running, I imagine you're in the middle of the hall and you run in to Clive, Dax, and Fitzgerald.
Ow! Shit. Guys,
whoa,
guys,
easy,
there's something.
easy there.
No. We can't easy. No easy right now. There's something alive. In the vents, and it just ate Stevie Nicks.
Right. This way. I say, tell Bunny to close bulkhead 65431, and then we start heading back the other way. Closing
How do you
bulkheads
remember
behind
all
us.
those numbers, man?
Wait, we're not checking it out?
No.
We are not equipped for this sort of service. We're gonna get people to safety.
What did you even
and then
see?
we're gonna get rescued.
We gotta go somewhere. We gotta lock the room. What's going on?
Get rescued, but there's no comms, and you're telling us we're going to be stuck in this part of the building for the rest of the day cycle?
We can't go outside with whatever's out there, because whatever's out there is starting to come in here, and it's not good.
But the galley's on that side.
Oh my God. We just have to go to a room and lock it. We have to lock ourselves in.
We're just gonna take one step at a time.
How close to the lab are we? Like, are we still just outside the door?
Not just outside. I imagine you're in an adjacent hallway and going back to communications.
We're moving as we're talking. So yeah.
Okay. We no. Okay. Clive, I'm sorry. The lab is locked. The lab is locked down now, right?
Right. Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
But if something got in from the outside, I don't know if any of us is safe anywhere.
You keep saying that. Are we forgetting that we are on the moon?
Doctor,
of course we're on the moon, and there is somebody. We saw it right before
it's not
attacked us. It landed on us. It shut everything down. It breached the wall. It's attacking us now. It put poison into our vents. That's why we're wearing these funny things.
Whoa.
It's not somebody. It's not somebody.
That makes sense. You're making sense. There is nobody.
No, it's something. It's something.
Well, let's get everyone together so we can talk about what you saw, and then we'll formulate a plan.
Great idea. Let's go lock ourselves in a room together. Why didn't I think of that? And Allie starts like going, kind of like walking very quickly and sort of like almost like protectively, like hugging this like container that has the specimen in it.
What the hell is that?
That's what we found in the cultivator earlier.
It's that alien.
And I kind of look over at Clive and I'm like,
is that wise to be taken with us?
I'm sure not. This could be the discovery of a lifetime, Clive. I'm not leaving it in the lab with whatever the hell that was.
It could be its baby.
It's not. Yeah. It's not. It's a rock.
How do you know?
Because it's a rock. And I know what it's made of.
It's bigger than it was before.
I know that. But it's not alive like that. It's not like it's a chicken.
How do you
It's
know?
alive, but
Even though
it's
this
microscopic.
is an alien. It could
Did
I
be
kind of assume at this
chickens
point
now-
we're coming into the communication center. Is there bickering about is it a chicken?
So
maybe
before
that was
Oh,
a
good.
mama coming after its baby. Now you're
So
going to
before
bring it
you
with
get-
us.
before you get into the communications room,
Oh, okay.
Killian, while they're
Yes.
gone,
Mhm.
what are you
Oh.
doing?
I would like to. I'm asking Bunny if there's any way I can get access to video feeds of any of these areas that we're having issues in. Bunny, something's going on. We need to be able to see what's going on. Is there any way we can get enough power to pull video feeds up near the lab?
You do not have the clearance to request video with a lockdown.
But this seems like an emergency. Is there not an emergency protocol or anything?
Emergency protocol. Section 253, paragraph 5. Any inhabitants on Moonbase are prohibited from accessing cameras in the event of a lockdown.
Well, that's unfortunate. Any readings that you're picking up? What do you any way to tell what this is that's trying to get inside?
Scanning. Unknown entity. There is a pulse coming from 20 kilometers from this base. A signal detected. Emergency signal detected. Emergency message. Would you like to hear it?
Oh God.
Yes, of course.
And so as you hear this, it comes in very, very, very faint. Tell me, does Killian speak any languages other than English? It is totally up to you whether or not you would.
Yeah, I think Killian would speak English, probably would also speak Spanish, and possibly, probably just English and Spanish.
Okay, so as you hear this playback, it's in another language. A man is speaking, and he seems to be saying the same message over and over again, but it's not in any of the languages you speak, but it sounds like it could be Russian.
But Bunny, where is this message coming from? Is there
Kilometers.
is there any facility in that area?
Negative. Would you like me to translate message? Russian detected.
Yes, please.
Translating.
A few moments pass, and then you hear,
Error. Error. Clearance not authorized to hear message. Error. Error.
We can't see video feeds. We can't hear emergency messages. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
I think at that moment, as you say that, that's when all of you come in.
It's
arguing.
alive, but it's not a chicken.
Oh, good.
You don't even know that it could be its mother coming after the egg, and now you're bringing it with us. It's
Not an
just
egg. It's not an egg. You've
How do
been
you
watching
know?
too
You
many
don't
movies.
even
This
know
is
what it
ridiculous.
is.
And I look at Fitz and I'm like, would you, if you don't shut her up, I'm going to do it and it's not going to be pretty. Could you talk to her or something? You talk to people for a living, Doc.
And
Apparently, there's a
all
non-chicken in the
of
station.
you are keeping me in business right now. None of you are making any sense.
Apparently, there's a non-chicken in the station.
There is something alive in the lab, and it's not
Yeah.
plants, and it sure as shit is not Stevie Nicks the iguana. Not anymore.
All right, let's take a step back. What did you see?
I was in the lab. I was just making sure that the lockdown didn't mess with my incubators or mess with anything. I saw this and I like hold it up and I'm like, I was pretty intrigued. That's when I talked to Killian. I wanted to get on my computer, but I can't because of all of the lockdown. And then I heard something up in the vents. It sounded like one of the reptiles from the enclosure escaped. It was like tick, 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 inside the vents. I thought maybe, I don't know, that one of them got out. So I went over and I looked in the enclosure, and whatever it was in the vents was right above me, and it snatched it snatched the iguana right out of the enclosure. It was, and then I mean, there's no way this sound could have been anything other than it eating it. It was something, and it was big, and I don't know what the hell it was. I saw an appendage.
That doesn't fortunately sound a lot like what we heard on top of the station after earlier.
You heard something on top of the station earlier?
Yeah.
When? Oh.
Just before lockdown, in fact. Any luck getting any kind of video feed?
Well, I've been streaming this whole time.
Well, no.
Great.
Killian, any luck with the feed? Getting video, anything?
Still no.
Damn it.
We
Bunny, what's the problem with the video feed? How come we can't get any kind of visual around the station?
Access denied.
That seems to be the
Who has
recurring
access?
answer.
Denied.
Who has access, Bunny?
I should
Who
have
does
access. Bunny, authorization, Clive Paul West, please. Emergency.
Your middle name is Paul?
Access denied.
All right. Bunny, do you have programming to which none of us on this station are aware or authorized to access?
Affirmative.
Son of a bitch.
How do we, Bunny? Are we
I only
authorized
act
to?
for your safety.
Oh my God. Are we
All
allowed
right.
to send messages? Can we send messages to other moon bases, back to Earth, anything?
The communication system is down.
While they're talking to Bunny, I take out my little notepad. It's like a little old fashioned paper one, and a pencil, and I scribble a note, and I put it upside down on the table. And I slide it to Killian. It's asking him if he can shut Bunny down.
Oh God! Oh, don't go down this road. No.
I'm
Can you make me
I'm not
some
telling him
kind
to
of,
do
like,
it.
Can you make me some kind of like stealthy sleight of hand? Yeah.
I can do.
Oh.
I guess I'll do. I mean, I'm not trying to hide the note, so I'll just. I guess I'll.
So you are
Stealth
trying to
bonus?
hide what it says, though, from
Yeah,
Bunny,
yeah.
though.
I'm sorry, Dave.
All right. No, not even close. Yeah, and it's way out of luck range, and I don't know how I would push that. So, Yeah, I mean, I do my best to hide it, but like I said, I'm writing it here, and then when I tear off the note, I put it face down and kind of slide it over to him. So, yeah, that's the best I can do.
When I see this note, do I have any inkling that it would even be possible? I'm guessing that if anybody knows Bunny's capabilities, it would be me.
I mean, you would know that Bunny has to have a power supply just like any other thing in here. And both Clive and everyone would know, but Clive and Killian more so would know that there is the power supply bank on a roof dome section on this base where all the solar panels are.
Yeah.
I think I see this note and I know that like there's a good possibility I could figure it out, but I look at Clive and I'm just like
I'm just trying to come up with contingencies.
and I see the note and I crumple it up as soon as I read it and like hoping that it did get spotted.
All right, so what do we got? We got something on the outside of the station, or now maybe inside. It apparently eats lizards. This is what we know so far.
Before you go any further, Clive, I've just got to say this. First, Allie, I believe you saw what you saw. But you have not been gone very long. And when I left you, I gave you a couple of Xanax. Did you take them?
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Are you sure you actually saw what you're describing? That this... I have to ask it. You have to understand that. You are not being rational right now.
Not that it's any of your business, but this isn't the first time in my life I've had Xanax, and I've never seen shit like that. So, yes, I'm sure I saw what I saw. Any other questions?
All of us heard something. And what
something,
and she did, but she didn't know what we heard, and what she described, the sound she heard sounded an awful lot like it. I'm just, look, like I said, if this is all some misunderstanding and just malfunctions and shit like that, we'll all laugh about it later. But we got to take right now. We got to treat it as serious as a heart attack.
We're on the moon. There was just some kind of disturbance. Whatever that was, Occam's razor would say the simplest solution is probably the answer. It's got to be possible that debris, these rocks, all this loose moon dust was kicked up and is settling down in the low gravity and sounds like things skittering across the roof.
What is it, Killian?
Why don't we just go check?
Because that thing will I don't want to go check.
All right, no, that's fine. I think Killian might have a point, though. Dax.
Dax has got this look like she's been eating popcorn, just the camera from one to the other.
And he's like Dax, and Dax is like, yes.
Well, since you seem to have the only camera that we have to access, do you think there's a way we can maybe we can rig something to get a feed in here from it? Like, I mean, is it a wireless? Is it putting out a signal?
I would say it's wireless. Like it's wired to me as well. Like
Yeah.
it's attached on me. So I have like the hardware such that I've got the camera
let's
and straight into a video feed. But
So-
usually I have to download it and then send it out. But
So, Killian, maybe the three of us can brainstorm something up here to see if we can maybe run video from her camera to some monitor in here or handheld device, and then one of us can go out with the camera, and then everyone can see what they see. If it's debris, I'll clear it. I'll be able to check the power connection and hook it back up, get us out of lockdown, and everything goes back to nice and normal, and where and we'll be having tacos by sundown. But we can Allie's right about one thing: we can't just be sitting here in a room with our fingers up our butts.
I don't think I said that.
yeah, I
Clive.
did.
I'm
I did.
paraphrasing.
Still
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
Allie wanted
Um,
to sit in here. I want to go out and help. I want to go do something. I like your plan.
So-
I'll hold the camera because it's part of me.
Guys, I
You
think
back
that's
up?
guys. I think I got this.
Oh,
I don't
Allie.
think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
You stay here with your precious little egg, and when it
An
comes
egg.
for you, we'll film it.
It's not. Oh my god.
Well,
Okay.
Clive is going to try and work the hardware at least, while maybe Killian can work the
Yeah.
software end of it, and we'll see if we can get, like I said, even if we just have a pad that we can pick up the signal from the camera. I understand it's probably going to be limited range, but at least if we can get some kind of signal, some kind of sight, some kind of eyes outside.
I'll stay here with my egg. And I just kind of like sit down and you see Allie pull out like a pad and paper that is pretty unused. And just start scribbling notes into it and kind of making observations and stuff like that. Still working on these dot diagrams. Restarting because the rest of her notes are in the frickin' lab.
Yeah, and I'll go over to Killian where Killian is and let him see my devices so that he can try and get somehow the feed to route into.
Yeah, I will. I
feed
guess
here.
I will just try and scavenge any bits and pieces I can from our communications room to see if I can fix something up that would allow us to use that camera equipment. Maybe go to one of our data pads or something like that. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah, make me a computers check. You can do show at advantage because this is more up your alley.
that is a 26, which is a hard success. So I'll just leave it at that. So
Well, so you can. It takes a little bit of time, but you are able to kind of disconnect one of the camera feeds that you see from the mainframe from Bunny, and you're able to reroute it into this small little device that Dax has. And soon, you get one view of the outside of your base. And it looks like the outside of your base.
So that we basically hacked Dax's equipment into the existing
into
cameras.
one of our external camera feeds. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
that's
that
better,
roll, then yeah.
Yep.
Killian
Can
was
we-
able
That's
to
much
do that.
better.
Can we which part of the base are we looking at? Can we tell?
Right now, it is the front entrance.
Front entrance, okay. Do we see anything out there? Any prints? Nothing at all?
You see some tracks where you rolled in with your little buggy that you have, your little vehicle. But other than that, that's it.
Can they hack into all the cameras of the base now, or just that one?
I'd imagine that you can look at each camera feed, but you have to do it one at a time as opposed
One
to
at a time,
the
yeah.
big overhead display. Yeah.
Are they also able to see what I'm like, what the camera is seeing? Like, can that?
You can switch to that as well, I would imagine.
Okay, so so we're hooked in as well.
So do I need to roll for each camera check, or are we just toggling through? Okay.
Yeah, you can just toggle through now. You're kind of hooked into the main. Yeah.
I think
So Dax is basically Dax is basically a router now. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
thinking?
Dax is just sitting there.
Pretend Dax is doing it.
It's like a nosebleed.
I will.
How's it going, guys?
I'll
So
cycle through.
lift your left arm up. No, a little higher. Okay. Don't move now. We got it.
I'll cycle through. I want to see see if I can see the communications array. You said that was on the roof, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check that feed. See if I can see any damage or anything up there.
Yeah, so you are able to pan through to the roof. And as you do so, you see that one of the panels looks like it had been pried open, and you see some sparking from whatever it looks like. You know that was kind of a panel that was like used for for the cords to connect the solar panels to the main power supply, and that is broken.
Clive. And I'll just kind of point.
All right.
Kind of show the monitor what I'm seeing.
Okay, so that's if I can get up to that, I can get us power. I can probably get us power or communications or both. Do I think I get the communication array online or?
Yeah, I think that it actually looks a lot better than what you thought. It looks like this is just like a trip of the system that happens. You can see that it tripped because the power wasn't getting from the solar panels to the main supply, so you think it'd be pretty easy to just reroute what power you have left, which should be a bit.
Okay. All right. So I'll let me get my gear. I'll suit up and I'll go take care of it.
I will continue cycling through. I'd like to see what's in the lab, since we're...
As you pan over to the lab, you don't see anything moving. Not even the still bodies of the reptiles that lay in the enclosure. Nothing is moving.
Is there any signs of violence, any blood, anything like that?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
You do see some blood. Sorry, correction. You do see some blood. And Allie, if you're looking over the shoulder, you would see that was where you saw the little pincer thing come down.
Is there an iguana?
No, there sure as shit is not.
No.
But Bunny, are you detecting any additional movement in the facility right now?
Negative. There is no movement within the facility.
And then I will just continue panning through one camera to the next to see if we spot anything else.
As you do so, for a moment, as you're panning through, you see close up to the camera is a spacesuit hanging from one of the panels in the room. This spacesuit is old, like something that you would have all learned in your history books. Old. And at first you think that perhaps it is someone, but it hangs attached to something lifeless from the roof or from the ceiling.
can I tell
The hell is
where
that?
it
What is
is?
that?
Like what room it's in?
Yeah, this is in the. It is in Fitzgerald's living quarters.
Hey, hey, Fitz. You got any hobbies you want to tell us about?
I'm over in the just off to the side. I've been observing everybody, jotting notes down in my notebook. And as you say this, I just kind of look over my glasses at you. I mean, I dabbled in archaeology a little bit.
I don't remember that being in your room.
Yeah, it should
Sorry, what?
turn the screen to him. Show him.
I'll fold up, kind of close up, hold my finger in a page, and walk over to see what you're seeing. Yeah, that is my room, but I have no idea what that's doing there. That's not one of our suits.
Do we see?
So, what do you think, Killian? Do you think space debris could have knocked that into his room? I'm just curious.
I no. Do we recognize markings on this at all? You say we would have recognized it from like maybe history. Do we recognize? Does it have a any kind of space authority from anything we would recognize?
It's a bit blurry to see, and how the spacesuit is hanging. It's facing kind of away from you, so you can't see any of the insignia that would be on the chest plate. But this looks like, I mean, you all went to school. You would have learned about these you would have learned about these spacesuits from the 1980s.
Ooh, cool.
Almost 100 years ago.
I just want to know: are we all sure we're seeing it? Are you sure?
I had just finished making a note next to Clive's name. Uses sarcasm to deflect, and then next to Allie's name, I just draw a line.
Ditto marks.
All right, I understand. I clearly hit a nerve. I'm sorry I was attempting to inject some rational thought into a panicked situation.
That's not
Nonetheless, that is an inanimate object. The question is, sure, why is it there? But there's got to be some kind of rational explanation other than moon squirrels and monsters in the vents. Is a vent monster going to just put a spacesuit in my room?
What is going to put a spacesuit in your room?
That's a fair question, Killian.
Yeah.
We don't have the answer to it, but I'm fairly certain it's not moon monster.
So would whatever would put a spacesuit in your room also eat an iguana?
Can we just go check it out, please?
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
I'll go check out the spacesuit that we're all definitely seeing.
I think we should all go.
Side note in the chat: Dwight just called a Mythos dice.
Yeah,
I did.
Who's rolling?
Who's rolling
Boo?
that?
Jake can roll it since he made me roll the one earlier.
Since he's got the spacesuit in his room.
Welcome to the Games Tavern. Thanks for the raid.
Sweet vengeance.
he's just Dr.
Hey,
Fitzgerald's being
Karen, notice how
passive-aggressive
quick. Notice how quickly I got everybody mad at me.
Wow.
You?
You freaking martyr. This was not intentional. This was not noble. Don't try that.
That is a 95.
Ooh.
You rolled a 96?
I did.
You guys are besties. It's really
I told you
cute.
these dice are not rolling well for me today.
All right. Excellent.
Oh, that's worse
No.
than being told what it is.
All right. We will have that taken effect in a moment.
Oh.
Sure.
All right.
So who's
And
heading
the-
towards
I think we all are.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, we'll all
Danger?
go.
Me. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, we'll all go.
I think about the time Allie says that she wants to go take a look at it, I'll go. Yeah, I will go as well. It is my quarters after all.
All right. So you all head down in that direction, and you get to Fitzgerald's room. But the spacesuit is not there. Fitzgerald, as you walk into your room and kind of look around, what do you say to the others as you turn around to speak with them, as you do not see the spacesuit?
Yeah, so walking in and almost not rudely, but definitely as we get to my room, just kind of moving past everybody so I can be the first one to enter my room. Probably keying into the thing, the passcode, and the door opens. Look around real quick and I would first kind of glance to where the camera was, looking into the room, and then yeah, I'm gonna admit this also we can add to the list of very odd things. I saw it on the camera and you all can clearly see it's not here as I'm turning around to them.
As you turn around, you feel a force on your neck as you are forced to the ground, and you feel gloved hands around your neck. You see the globe of the spacecraft, of the spacesuit. Visor is down as this person is on top of you, choking you.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oh,
just grabbing at it, trying to grab it with thick gloves.
You did this. You did this. You did this. You did this. You did this.
As you look, you see the face of you. Your face is half melted. The teeth are exposed. Your eyes droop down. Your lips are blue. Your eyes are bloodshot as if you had been suffocated. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, great. Oh my god.
Do I need to roll sanity for that?
Ow.
Yes, you do.
Now, remind me with sanity, you want to roll under.
You want to roll under. Yeah.
Yep.
It's luck that you want to roll.
I did not.
Ooh.
Can you use luck on sanity rolls?
No,
No, you
not.
can't. Can you?
Yeah, the only things you can't use luck on are luck rolls and sanity rolls.
Yeah, I rolled very much outside of my sanity. So
And just and you also have to mention if it's a critical failure. I'm not saying it is, but if it's a critical failure, then yeah, that means
no,
something
it's
too, so.
critical failure being 100.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay.
I'll just say this: I rolled a 50, and it is higher than what my sanity's at.
Wow.
Nice. So you are going to take 5 sanity damage, or sanity points.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to keep a close eye on your what do you call it? Your threshold, because your threshold is going to be low then.
What's the
For
threshold?
it's 20%. It's 20% of your total.
So if
so-
you drop below 20% of your total.
Yeah, you get
Weird
you get
stuff
indefinite
starts to happen.
indefinite
Yep.
insanity. Yeah. But with 5, that can trigger a bout of madness anyway. So
Oh my god. Oh my god.
right.
This is
Cool, cool.
wild.
All right,
Break
well,
time.
we're gonna take a
Yeah.
quick
Oh, yeah.
break.
Okay. Yeah.
We just had, thank you to everybody. We just had a whole bunch of friends drop in rating with impeccable timing right at the cliffhanger. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in maybe 10 minutes or so. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll be right back in just a few.
Mythos die and watch me die.
All right, we're back. Who's M gonna kill next? Let's go.
We're back to who's M going to kill next. Welcome.
So this figure, its hands around your neck, you see your own face melting, and also blue eyes, bloodshot. It looks at you right in the eye.
You did this. You are going to kill everyone. Everyone here is going to die because of you. Is that what you want? That's what you've always wanted, isn't it? To go down as some kind of hero, as someone who failed to save them. But that's okay. You're a martyr, aren't you? A martyr, a martyr, a martyr.
Oh my god. Shit.
And Fitzgerald, you messed up as a therapist in your past. What happened?
I think I was counseling a very troubled woman, and I was too preoccupied with curing her that I was not paying attention to the deeper signs. I was looking at the surface level of some of the easy traumas to deal with, and I missed some key warning signs, which, because of that, I did not recommend the proper medications. I did not recommend the proper treatments. And the last time I treated her, as I was writing up my notes for what was going to be a very highly peer-reviewed paper in the journals, I found out that she went home and killed her 3 children and her husband.
So that memory floods your mind as you look into your own bloodshot eyes. You feel that feeling of the quick success and the feeling of doing good, but not for the short term, but not helping in the long term. And as you blink and as you feel your breath becoming your last, as your airways close, you open them full of air once again. You see the others, and all you can think is you match that same dread, that same feeling of trying to cure the easy, but ultimately leading to failure as you look at each one of them.
Am I still standing? Like,
Yeah. Did we
No,
see
for the
this
rest
or
of
no?
you.
Okay.
No, for the rest of
Yeah,
you,
what
you
did they
look in. You look in and you see Fitzgerald walks in and he goes to turn and then he collapses and begins to convulse. You see color draining from his face. You see him reaching up to his neck as if there is something there, something strangling him. You see him trying to claw off invisible hands. There's nothing there.
Oh shit. Oh, shit. I go over with Killian and I'm like just like getting ready, and I'm want to like get ready to start CPR. I'm like, Clive, go get do you have the AED somewhere?
Yeah, down the hall here. Hang on, I'll go get it.
Holy shit,
And so
okay,
I'll
okay.
just go down to the nearest emergency station and grab the emergency medical gear.
And I roll him over, and is he like having like what I don't know what kinds of seizures. Is it like a shaken one, or is it like a grand mal?
You can see that he's like struggling. At first, maybe you thought it was a seizure, but you see that he's just like trying to struggle to breathe, and you can see that the color's drained from his face.
Yeah.
I am watching my feed, not the physical realm, but my feed. And I'm flipping my camera into various modes of like infrared, ultrasonic, all sorts of things, because I am trying to capture this ghost that is now haunting us.
Yeah, and as you go into the infrared, you see some heat signals over top of Fitzgerald.
Oh, I leave it there and I'm filming. I'm not doing anything but filming. Yeah, I'm capturing this on camera.
As I am like swatting Fitz's hands away, as I'm like trying to do some version of CPR, I'm like, Dax, what the hell are you doing? Help!
There's somebody there.
Yeah, no shit. We're all here. What are you talking about?
Somebody's attacking him. I'm catching it on camera.
Oh my God. And I just like shake my head and immediately like count Dax out of this equation. I'm like, Killian, rescue breaths, I guess. And I'm just like, I'm continuing to do like compressions.
I imagine, Clive, as you go and you grab the AED and you come back in and you begin to try and set everything up to get it activated. At that point, just as you're about to turn it on, that's when Fitz, you're able to open your eyes and take your breath.
Get off of me! I physically try to push Allie away. Get back!
Does the presence disappear from the infrared?
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Oh my God. And I kind of like lean back against like a piece of furniture. I'm still sitting. I'm like, are you okay?
And I just kind of like lean in close. What happened? Are you all right?
Oh my God.
I looking around at everybody, and I think at first you would see almost fear. Well, definitely fear, confusion, disorientation, and then just sort of pushing my hair back. No, and I look around at everybody one more time, and then to Killian. I'm fine. I thought.
Thank the gods.
I couldn't. It's just everything happening. It's too much for my heart. And I'm not telling anybody what I saw. Killian's like right up in my face and might see that there's something else there. That I kind of, as I say that, I just look at Killian and just a real subtle, I shake my head like no. As I just say, no, I'm I'm fine.
And I kind of look and give you that kind of like just a quizzical look for a second, and then quickly like, oh, okay, let's get you in a chair, and I'll kind of help lift you to your feet. Let's sit you down over here. And then once I've got you sitting and comfortable, I kind of back away a few steps.
Listen, I know you guys all think I'm insane, that I'm crazy, that I believe in all these weird things. I caught it on camera.
Caught what?
Caught what on
About
camera?
what?
The thing that attacked Dr. Fitzgerald.
Nothing attacked Dr. Fitzgerald.
Well, show us.
We have access to the feeds here that I can put it up on one of the monitors in here now that we've kind of hacked into the system, or do we have to go back to the comm room?
I would say you have to go back to the comm room because that's where your monitor was, and you haven't hacked into really the whole system, just the cameras.
Mm.
Mhm.
But this was her specific camera, right? One that she had on her.
Yes.
It wasn't one of the spaces. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Go back and I'll show you. I came prepared for this.
Ellie kind of gets up and is like, let's go. And now,
Hey,
so we all saw the spacesuit on the feed, correct or not?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
got to the room, did we see a spacesuit at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Hmm. Weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's go take a look, I guess.
Clive stays toward the back of the pack where Al is as they're all walking that way. It's like this better not turn out to be some kind of weird psychological experiment or some shit like that.
Did you see
I
how
will-
he was
I will-
looking at us, taking notes like we were freaking lab rats?
Yeah, well, he always does that with me.
That's weird, Clive.
I,
Objectively.
I think it's his coping mechanism.
That
I
could
think
be
he
it.
feels better if he can write stuff down about other people. He doesn't have to
Mm.
look inside.
We'll keep an eye
As-
on him.
As everybody was heading out of the room, I would have actually grabbed Killian and held him back a moment.
yeah, what?
I saw it.
You saw what?
The spacesuit that we all saw on the monitor.
Did it?
That old relic. It was on top of me, and it was trying to choke me to death.
Something did attack you. Dax is right.
I could see. I don't know what I saw. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I'm supposed to be the voice of reason here.
I don't think this is a time for reason. This is something we don't understand. I mean, yes, there's got to be an explanation for it, but none of this makes sense. This might be something we haven't seen before.
I don't know what it is, but there has got to be a rational explanation for what's going on. But
You
right
just
now-
got choked by an invisible spacesuit. Fuck rational. I know what you're trying to do, because that's who you are, but trying to explain this right now is just gonna cause more problems. Let's go back to the comms and regroup, and we can figure out what's going on.
We'll see whatever Dax has on there. Whatever. And just, you know computers. You know this tech stuff. Make sure she's actually capturing stuff and not doing some bullshit virtual reality nonsense
Yeah,
over top of the camera captures or whatever.
I hacked into her stuff. I don't think she has the tech to do anything like that. We should be fine. But look, let's get back. I kind of reached and I just kind of put my hand on your shoulder. I'm glad you're okay. And then I turn and I walk off.
And I immediately follow behind him. Especially, I guess, with us staying back like that, and as Killian steps forward, I sort of reach in and pull out my flask, and then I turn and realize I'm alone in this room, and I very quickly leave the room.
As you're all kind of walking at different paces, different places in this hallway, Clive, you're opening up doors and closing them back up again. As you do, you though come to a door, you see a door at the end of the tunnel. When one opens up, you see it has a massive hole in it.
Okay. I before we go through this other door, I stop and I'll shine the light on it and get on my flashlight and just get a better look at it. Hold up a sec. Does it look like it was torn? What does it look like? What kind of damage are we looking at?
Yeah, it definitely looks like it was kind of peeled almost back the opposite way. So you would see kind of it goes outward.
Okay, so the peeling goes out away from us.
Yes.
Okay, so something pushed either. It seems like something maybe pushed through or. Okay.
And as you're looking, as you kind of look in this hallway, you do see that one of the panels is gone.
All right. Shit. Ellie, tell me you see that?
I see it. Oh.
Judging by the hole, about how big are we talking? Like, I mean, I assume a person could get through there.
Yeah,
is it bigger than that or?
No. It's about, I would say, like maybe 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet.
Okay, all right.
So someone could squeeze through it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll put my hand up to everyone else. Say, just stay back on the other side of this bulkhead door, and in case we need to close it. And okay, good. Well, Clive is going to get out his torch, get it ready, and he's got his flashlight, and he's going to sort of move down the wall on the same side the panel is broken, and he's going to take a look at that first too.
As you're moving down, all of you begin to hear.
Oh God, I hate it. Mm-mm.
As you hear the skittering noise, you hear also a sound of ting, ting, ting on the other side of this door.
Clive,
Okay.
Clive.
All right. Yeah. So Clive will begin to back up. He's gonna keep the flashlight on the door, and he still has his torch in his hand, and he's gonna actually have his flashlight in the left hand, and he's gonna slowly sort of back up away from the door, and to get to the bulkhead, the previous bulkhead.
As you kind of backing up with your flashlight pointed at this hole, you see these razor sharp claws, almost these legs. They look like 1, 2, 3, 4 begin to come out of this hole right into the light. You still can't really see what's behind it, but you see another 2, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah, he backs up fast and says, hey,
Counting has never been so terrifying.
Doc, looks like your debris is coming through." And he can see on the side of the door, and yells for Bunny to close the bulkhead.
As Bunny does so, Clive, you get a view of what this thing looks like. You see huge.
He was trying to, yeah.
Yeah, you would see these huge bug eyes, these pincers, and a maw behind it that opens up kind of like with multiple jaws. As it opens, you see the rows of teeth behind it as it kind of flings itself through and begins to bound down the hallway until the doors close.
Oh my god!
And you hear this bang against the doors.
All right, if that other door is any kind of indication, it's not going to hold that thing long. We need to back up further.
We gotta get to the comm room. The sample's in there, and I start to beat feet towards the comm room.
Yeah, we don't have a map of this. We don't have a map of those places. Is there? I mean, there must be more than one way to get to the comm room. So we'll. I'll immediately start us taking us by another route.
This route.
Down levels.
Yeah, this route does take a bit of time, longer, obviously, but you're able to make it, and in the distance you can hear the sound of whining metal.
Oh man! Oh god!
And then ting 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 as this thing keeps coming.
This is gonna tear the station apart from under us. Shit. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here or find some way to stop that thing.
It wants its egg back.
It's not. Oh my god, Dex! It's not an egg.
You got a better suggestion?
Yes, we gotta get out of here. I'm taking the sample with us. We gotta get in suits. We gotta get on the buggy, and we gotta go.
Bad idea.
Screw this place. We don't need this place. Stevie Nicks the iguana is dead. There's nothing for us here. I'm grabbing the sample. We're getting in suits, and we gotta go.
Where?
Anybody have a better idea?
Leave the sample here.
Where are we gonna go?
To the other moon bases. It's an hour ride. That's far enough away. We'll be fine.
Well, we don't know if it's far enough away, but it's better than being here. So, where's the nearest base from here?
I think it was 3. I think is the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3. It's about an hour.
Those fuckers were the ones.
Now,
that were being pranksters.
just as a reminder, they were having some issues of their own, as I recall.
They were playing a prank. I know it. I just know it.
And if we called this in, do you not think that we might be accused of making a prank?
Well,
I'm just saying that I think we need to recalibrate our weird shit-o-meter before we start pointing fingers at what other people are saying.
It's an hour away. We'll all settle down. You have your moonshine. Oh shit, your flask is in my room. I'm so sorry.
He closes his eyes and takes a moment and says, "It's fine. It's fine."
Here.
Now this is his medicine. And he takes that and takes a drink.
Are we at communications yet?
Yeah, we're moving while all this is going on.
Yeah, I kind of just want to snag it and go. I don't need anything else in there. Killian, if you need any of your techie shit, grab it now.
I will step inside. I'll grab just one of the comm pads that you said in the last session that we had the little data pads, right? So I'll grab one of those.
Yes.
But then, Bunny, can you identify this thing that's?
It appears to be some kind of arthropod.
No shit. Anything else on its makeup or anything like that? Any records of anything like this that you're aware of?
Access denied.
Oh, I hate
Oh.
Access denied. Access denied. That implies that there's
Yeah.
something to deny access to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme
Bonnie,
today.
can you at least tell us, is this thing in your database? You can't tell us about it, but is it in there?
My primary directive is to keep you safe.
You're
So-
killing it, Bonnie. You're killing
Well,
it. And I'm
you-
like
you-
pulling on
you-
a spacesuit.
How would you suggest we stay safe from this thing that's ripping the doors apart?
Evacuation from Moonbase 2 is recommended as it has a 10% chance less of death.
Good enough for me. Let's roll.
Take back what I
Right.
said. That's a great idea, Bunny.
That was not a 10% chance of death. That was a 10% less chance of death.
Yes. Math says we should go.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm not arguing anything at this point.
Well, but what is our total chance of death? Do you estimate?
Depends
To
on
remain at the base. Total chance of death is averaged on your team at 89%.
Huh.
Never tell me the odds.
Let's roll, bitches. Where's
Um,
I'm driving.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also very probably with less coordination and skill than any of the others. Rapidly trying to pull on one of these spacesuits.
Yeah. Clive is gonna help each person if they he's gonna kind of watch each person getting geared up. He does have expertise in vac suits, so he's gonna be making sure everyone gets their suit on properly. Make sure the helmet's on correctly, lock everything off. He'll double check the gas feeds to make sure that they're getting the right mixture, and go through the whole process with each one of them before he finally puts on his own.
As you're putting on your own, Clive, you hear the sound of the door stressed behind it, stressing. You could hear the groan of it. And all of a sudden, it flies open and out jumps this thing. I need everyone, please, to make me a dex.
Check. Okay.
Oh man.
Alrighty then.
Ooh.
Give me some
It's
dex.
a regular success for me.
That is a hard for a Clive.
A regular success for me.
I failed.
I also failed.
Oh, there's that 20%.
Well, hold up.
Shut up. Being so mean.
Hold up.
Stop.
Hold up. I have luck. I might.
Yeah,
I
you
have,
can spend luck.
I have a lot of luck.
Oh, yeah, don't die with luck, man.
Yeah, I am going to spend. Let's see. I'm going to spend. Do you have to match or go under?
You have to at least match. Yeah, you have to.
All right,
you
I'm
have to get
spending.
the,
Whoops. I'm spending 18 luck to make that a just a regular success.
So everyone, so Fitzgerald, it's close. You see that beyond these pet spiked appendages, you see that underneath it also has these two almost like tentacle type appendage, and it reaches out and it almost gets you, but you're able to kind of duck ahead of time. One of you, Clive, well, maybe not Clive because he put on a spacesuit, but Killian or Dax, one of you two with that are able to like open the door to be able to get to the outside. And you hear that nothing has been pressurized properly, so you almost feel the pull of yourselves as you are kind of jettisoned out onto the moon, which is probably very lucky for a lot of you. Fitzgerald, Allie, you feel a burn on your arm, like a stinging burn, as one of this appendage just wraps around your arm and kind of yanks you back as you're pulled out onto the moon by the force difference and then yanked back. You hear the pain in your shoulder. You pop your shoulder out.
Oh my god.
As it does so, it explodes in pain throughout your arm, and you are slowly being dragged back into the base.
Allie is like, she's not screaming for help particularly, but she is just screaming. She has dropped the rock, and that I imagine, like, upon this like yoink, it's still being sucked out towards the moon, so it kind of goes like doom ba-doom ba-doom and sort of rolls like a d6 and like lands in the dust just as like Allie gets like kind of pulled back, and she's just screaming.
Dax is yelling,
Clive is going to charge after her, and he's going to be taking out his torch, and he's going to be applying that torch to whatever grabbed her.
Awesome. Yeah.
and Dax is yelling out for Allie because I mean, she is family.
We're family.
So she does actually care for her. So seeing the egg, this is the only thing that is at all close and by and weapon-ish like. So she's going to pick up the egg and run after with the intention of throwing it at the thing to try to
don't fucking throw that thing.
Allie.
I would gladly die for the advancement of science.
I will die for that egg.
Okay, so
it's not an egg.
Clive,
I catch it and I'm like, okay, super, let's go.
Make me
God.
I guess you're just trying to burn it.
So maybe just a brawl, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Just a brawl.
I'm just trying to apply heat to it directly.
Yeah.
To 27, that is a hard. I'm gonna spend some luck to make that an extreme.
Excellent. Okay, so
that would be 16. Okay. Yep. So yeah. So I managed to get a hold of her arm, to kind of pull back to relieve some of the pressure on her shoulder, and just right to the the whatever grabbed her.
Yeah, something that you notice as you put the fire up to this appendage, you notice that it is particularly, it hurts this thing a lot. Like the flesh just melts away like how hair does. It just kind of shrivels back. Yeah. And very quickly, you're able to almost sear directly through this appendage. And it drops limply to the floor as the bleeding, broken thing retreats into the darkness. You hear it screaming. And Carrie, roll with
I hate you. I hate Jake. I was like, Jake just sees the light of hope come back to my eyes, and he's like, "Hey, guess what, bitch?" That's exactly what happens. Okay. My Mythos die is a 52.
And if I hadn't have called it, Dwight was waiting to do the same
You
thing.
guys are agents of chaos. I don't understand your
We
methodology.
have all of these wonderful dice that our beautiful viewers have donated.
Yeah,
we do
thank you,
we do
viewers.
need-
And
Just saying, turnabout is
I
fair
gotta
play, and
use
I'm
them.
going to wait until my
Thank-
moment.
So
Thank you, viewers.
I am a patient woman. I will have you both know this. I don't like the look
yeah.
on your face, Em. I
Em is
hate it.
smirking way too much tonight.
Okay, this thing has taken into effect. You don't notice anything right now.
Super.
As you were screaming,
Right now.
as you're screaming in pain. Sorry, Clive, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Clive's plan is to especially once he sees this thing easily react badly to it. He's gonna kind of put his hand on her to sort of get her, kind of almost shove her toward the opening, and he's gonna back away, holding the torch out, still on, just as if trying to hold it at bay, because clearly it doesn't like it. So
Dax, yeah. Dax, do you still throw a rock at it?
Well, no, I was ready to. Like my arm was
Mm-hmm.
back, and then as
Yeah.
soon as the thing started skittering away because of the torch, I'm there holding this egg in my hand.
Rock.
Egg.
I imagine as I run by, freaking holding my shoulder, sweaty and crying, freaking Dax, what do you want me to do with the egg? It's like, it's not an egg.
I'm like, I got your egg, Allie.
Bring it with us. Oh, God.
As you're all right, Killian and Fitzgerald, what have you done? Are you running to the buggy?
Yeah, I'm not
They're
even
just
looking.
sitting waiting for us. Like,
Yeah.
are they coming?
I think Killian's having to like help me right myself, because I imagine the only thing that saved me from getting grabbed by that thing was Killian opening the door, and I just got pulled back by the change in pressure, and so I'm sort of in slow motion while Allie and Clive are struggling. I'm sort of in slow motion backwards, kind of tumbling through, kicking up moon dust and just struggling. I mean, this obviously I passed all the training and stuff to be able to come up here, but this is not my forte.
I will.
You look like your
Space
golf
stuff.
club right now. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Look like a what?
You look like your golf club right now. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
tumbling.
exactly.
I will run up and just kind of duck and kind of hook my arm under yours, and wrap my arm around your shoulder and just kind of take as much of your weight, even though it's reduced gravity. I'm just trying to take as much of the work off of you as possible, and just help get you, almost pulling you along to the buggy.
As you do so, Killian, you see the outside of this rover, and usually what's written, you see the NRG logo on it, and as you get in, you look at the controls. They are not in English.
Oh, God.
They are some other language.
But we've used this rover before, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of maybe come up short, and kind of disconnect from Fitzgerald, and I just start running my hands over the buggy. Do you see this? Does the buggy look the same otherwise?
Yeah.
But it's just everything's
Completely.
in a different language.
Mm-hmm.
But are the controls in the same place and everything? It's just a different language. So
Everything looks to be the same.
Okay.
As you look to Fitz, you see that his name tag and some of the writing on the spacesuit is different. It looks different.
I kind of point at it, maybe like tap him on his chest, but then like I just kind of shake my head and I'll hop in and I'll wave him on, and I'll just kind of shrug that off and try to get the buggy running.
Yeah, but through muscle memory, you're able to get the buggy up and going. And the rest of you are able to make it. Yeah, Clive, you notice that this thing, you hear the hissing. You see maybe a couple of attempts at of these legs coming out, but the torch really it does not like.
Okay. I think he's going to be a little bit emboldened, perhaps, and he's actually going to buy them time to get in there and get ready, and he's going to actually sort of press forward a bit to try and drive it back.
Yeah, you can drive it back until it's back in the moon base, until it kind of skitters away.
Okay.
If I can get it running, did Fitzgerald jump in with me? Then as soon as he's in, I'm going to take off and head back to try and pick everybody up and meet them along the way.
Awesome.
You know what he's going to do? You know what Clive is going to do? Actually, I just thought of this. He's going to take the flask and he's going to try and splash it with his moonshine.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Yeah, you hear kind of this sizzling noise as you do so. It does not like that either.
Yeah, and then he's gonna press forward and try to ignite the alcohol.
Yeah, you do so, and this thing bursts into flames and begins to scream out this huge, this ear-piercing wail that it very quickly turns into this dark sludge.
The whole thing does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It works. You find like when you put it on this appendage, the fire, it works incredibly well. Like fire on paper almost.
Nice. All right. So I'll go over to the airlock, open the inner door and repeat what they did, basically, kind of get to the outside, and I'll head over to them in the rover, and I'll turn on the comm, because I assume we have because we can't communicate otherwise. I'll turn on the comms like, hey guys, it's I think it's dead.
Woohoo! Way to go, Clive!
What? How do you know it's? I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Okay.
How do you know it's dead?
Well, it burned up pretty good when I set it on fire.
Okay.
Listen, if Clive says it's dead, he knows.
Allie is
Well,
really not looking good.
And you see him coming out. He's talking to you as he comes out the airlock, and he's going to make his way over to where you are. He says, that don't mean there's not more of them, and it don't mean there's not something else going on. If we're seeing invisible spacesuits and they can choke us and stuff. I don't like any of this. Yeah, let's get out of here.
But
You don't have any objections?
But we don't even know what's over there. We lost contact. We know you got rid of it here. Wouldn't it be just better to stay here?
No,
We don't know what's going on.
no. No.
Any I forget, I don't remember. This is me as a player. Did we ask if any of these bases have any kind of evacuation capabilities?
No, but you would know that the only true evacuation is at the moon base to escape to back to Earth.
Ours or one of the others?
Like, sorry, the main moon, like the big
Okay.
main,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
not the satellite. Yeah,
And
sorry.
right. And how far away is that one?
That one is probably about a 4-hour drive, which you do not have the gas or the fuel
Or
for.
the power? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how much oxygen do our suits have? Like that'd be pushing it for those two, I imagine.
Mhm.
Okay.
But we have enough to get to the next
All right.
the next
the
mining base
closest
over. Yep.
base,
Mhm.
yeah.
Maybe we can connect the dots and get there. If we can go around the base and then refuel, get more air, and then go on. Because the only way we're getting off this, well, assuming that things aren't great there either. If things are great there, then we stay. But if things are bad, we will see about getting more air, more power, and pressing on because
I will key comms
yeah.
to Bunny. Bunny, we're gonna continue on to the next mining base. We're signing off. Will you be able to contact us there?
Affirmative. I have informed Andy of your arrival. You will not lose any money traveling to Moonbase 2.
Thank you, Bunny. You've been a great help, mostly.
Thank God
But,
we
yeah.
won't lose any money. Hey,
Yeah.
Doc. Doc, did you do medical residency?
Yes,
Also?
of course I did. I'm already kind of eyeballing Allie's arm when Clive and Allie were talking about the amount of air in the suits and being able to get to this other base. I'm looking at less so at the moment at Allie's injury than I am the suit, looking to see if her suit's been breached.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that. Oh, no.
That was the first thing I thought of when you got grabbed.
Okay.
So, upon this looking at it, you see that it's almost as if the whatever was on this tentacle was caustic and is eating through the suit.
Allie, how are you feeling?
Terrible. And Allie's like clearly like crying. She's like pale. Like she's got that kind of involuntary sweat, like when something, like when you're really, really
Allie,
hurt. She feels sick.
remember the breathing exercises I told you about. I need you to try those right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to alarm you.
What?
Whatever that was. It's dissolving your suit.
I look down at my arm. Is there is it through, or is it actively getting through? Oh shit.
Yeah, suits are thick, right? They have a lot of insulation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty sturdy. Well, as soon as Clive is aware of this, he's going to grab some of the moon, surface. The sort of it's almost like a powder, like a talcum powder, almost. It's that kind of texture. And he's going to try and rub that into the area to try and, kind of like you do with cat litter to soak up oil. He's going to try and rub. See if he can rub some of it off onto that and get any of the material off that he can. Try to, get all the residual caustic chemical off of it.
If that's an acid, that's going to require not just dirt, but like soda ash to neutralize it.
Oh my god. Thanks, Professor. Clive, is it working?
You see that you can get some of it off, but some of it has begun to pit. You can see and kind of pool underneath some of these layers.
Do we have
of the
anything we can
spacesuit.
tie off with?
No, I don't think so.
Is there this moon buggy? Is there any kind of equipment on it? I'm gonna start just like I'm just imagining as we're kind of rolling along, bumping along, just digging around in the back, like in the back of a station wagon. Basically, I'm looking for any electronics equipment or anything that would have like cabling, wires, anything that can be ripped off.
I'm sure you can probably find some like not bungee cord, but like maybe cord to keep things in place. Maybe some netting.
If we
tow
tie above the leak area, then we'll at least save her life.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
And I imagine there's this moment where I'm trying to dig through stuff and I unhook a couple of these tie down straps and I'm continuing to move things out of the way. And then I just sort of look at my hand like, oh, wait, this. As I turn to, I hand one of them to Clive and then I just say, Allie, hold your arm out. And
Okay.
I'm going to...
Is her arm still dislocated?
Yep. Sure as shit
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
You might want to do a first aid check, first aid thing on her
Yeah.
before we do this.
Well, first
I mean,
aid's
one of
gonna
them
be
is
kind of
oxygen,
pointless
the other
if-
one is ouchies.
First aid is going to be irrelevant if her suit gets breached. So I'm just going to start tying it off. And do we have any kind of like flashlights or like any whatever? I'm going to grab a piece of equipment, something, and I'm just going to look at you again, Allie. You're not going to like this.
What?
As I tie off above where the suit is breached, and then I take this, some kind of whether it's a flashlight, a piece of metal, whatever it is, I'm going to tie that off there, and I'm going to go twist. I'm basically tying a tourniquet around your
Tourniquet,
arm.
yeah.
Ah,
Should
ow.
should I go now?
Yes!
I thought we were
oh
already
my
rolling.
god!
I just
Killian.
assumed we were already rolling along.
Go! Go fast, please.
Right.
While she's gritting her teeth and dealing with the pain of this tourniquet that I just tied, and then once it's parallel to the arm, just use the rest of it to sort of tie it in place so it can't come undone.
Well, I would say we should probably if we loosen it every so often.
She could die.
Well, yeah, but we can save the arm, but she won't die.
At this point,
the suit
if
can
you loosen
handle.
it, you risk her life. And
Allie's kind of
still while we're
frantically
doing
looking
this,
back and forth.
I am going to, because I've got my hands on there having just finished tying this, I'm going to use this moment of distraction, and I am going to try to shove her arm back in place.
What do you mean it's good? Oh god.
All right.
So yeah,
I do
Medicine.
have first aid.
first
Yeah, first aid. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not
first aid.
great.
Allie turns to Clive and is like,
Is it?
I mean, I think
Well,
it's more important that I'm able to breathe, and as that happens,
Yeah, Clive will help him if that'll get him into anything.
That is a... where'd it go? Where did first aid go? Okay. You know what? It's close enough. I'm going to burn 2 luck and make it a hard success.
thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, you're able to. Allie, you feel a sharp pain, but immediately you feel better.
I think with first aid you get 1 hit point back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, thanks. As like that happens, Allie kind of like has like yelps, and then as soon as she does, she turns around and frickin' slaps Dr. Fitz like right in the face, just involuntarily.
You mean in the helmet?
Yeah.
helmet. Yeah.
Yeah. Bonk. I'm like,
Ow.
shit, I'm sorry. Oh, God, that's so much
That's
better.
I deserve that. And then I'm gonna look at you. I'll grab your own helmet, and I'm gonna kind of position your arm in a way that just slightly with the arm bent, and just say, "Don't move this if you can help it. If we can get there fast enough, we might be able to save your arm. It's going to depend on how fast Killian drives.
Is Killian
And-
driving like 1 mile an hour under the speed limit right now? I feel like he probably is. Or
No.
is he freaking tearing around? Is he a
No,
Need for Speed type?
This is 100% Tokyo Drift Moon Edition. So
Just out of curiosity,
Launching off of dunes and
what is your skill in driving that?
it's 20.
Yeah,
I'm not good at it, but I'm gonna drive fast.
I was gonna say, I have like operate heavy machinery, which I assume this qualifies at 55. So maybe I could take over for you.
Oh no, I'm driving.
Okay. I will be a backseat driver.
I think this is one of those
and
where it's
assist.
like we were waiting, and as soon as I waited too long, but as soon as we agreed to go, I hit the gas.
Yep.
And now we are.
and
We're a projectile. Yeah.
I look
All right.
at Allie. I kind of, after I get her situated, I lean in so that my helmet is close to yours and you can see my face.
Bonk.
I don't know. First off, I'm sorry for doubting you even a little bit. That, I don't know what that was. And I don't think anybody knows what that was. But also, that is not what I saw.
Allie's eyes kind of get big. Because God, if that's not what you saw, it's something else terrible. And she just kind of like, well, what did you see then?
I saw the spacesuit in my room.
And then Allie kind of, having been self-absorbed for the last couple of minutes, she kind of remembers like the whole seizure incident and kind of like nods and is like, is that what that whole thing was about?
Look, I'm not as young as I used to be, but I'm not old yet. My heart is perfectly fine, or at least it was. I can't explain what I saw. And I can't explain why none of you saw what I saw. Maybe it's on Dax's video stuff.
Well, she said it is. But I mean, I'm not sure you can trust Dax.
I just needed you to know that I'm seeing what you're seeing, and I think I'm seeing more.
Okay.
I think as I say that, I think I'm seeing more. You see, as I kind of look, I start to look, just that kind of looking just past you.
Mm-hmm.
And the eyes start looking around a little bit, like that when somebody just suddenly has an idea.
Mm-hmm. And
I just
for a second, Allie follows his eyes and then just like, what?
I just sort of turn back and I'm sitting properly next to you, and I just go, kind of muttering to myself, I saw something more. I saw something they didn't see. And then I'm just quiet. Just after I say that, I'm just staring off, just doing that, thinking, huh.
And Allie just kind of like is really, really focused now. For a second, she was able to like distract herself with whatever Dr. Fitz was saying, but now is that it's kind of gone quiet in the buggy, she's just really focused on not puking in her helmet because it is like still a good amount of pain. She's just trying to focus on not like breathing too hard in case her suit does rupture. It's a lot. It's just a lot.
I think Clive is going to be toward the back of the vehicle, sort of watching behind them to see if they're being followed. He's trying just going to scan like 180 degrees behind them to see if anything is coming or. He's also going to look towards Earth. Do we still not see it?
It is still gone.
Okay.
And as you're driving, all of a sudden you hear Bunny's voice over the intercom.
Emergency transmission detected. Would you like me to play it?
Yeah, you don't have to ask Bunny. Please just play all the emergency transmissions when they come in.
Playback emergency transmission.
And Killian, it is that same man speaking. Now, at this point, does anybody here speak Russian?
No.
No, Doc speaks Latin. Well, more reads it than speaks it. And German.
You hear this SOS language in Russian, and it's saying the same thing over and over again.
Bunny, can you translate that for us?
Access denied. Location of message found.
And Killian, you would see that a map kind of comes up, and you would see that the blinking SOS is just beyond Moon Base 3.
So we're heading in that direction then, right?
Mm-hmm.
How secure is that suit?
See, I mean, like I said, I have exit operations, so I'll look it over and can I use mechanical repair maybe to see if I can do anything to fix it? Like, I'm making some assumptions about my toolkit, but I assume it might have some kind of for some kind of sealer for stopping micro breaches, things like that, emergency stuff. So he's going to try and it's see what he can do to seal that.
Yeah, I imagine you would have a patch kit that is meant for the base, not for suits.
Right.
But
in a pinch, right? So basically, he's gonna lather on a bunch of epoxy, put wrap the patch around until the epoxy seals. Because if it wrapped around, I assume it's going to be like a kind of a radial sort of thing around the outside. So he'll just sort of follow that, try to get a patch around it, and see if he can seal it up.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question real quick about the distress signal? What was like the quality of the dude's voice? Did he sound like panicked? Did he sound calm? Like, did he sound businesslike? Like, what was
Robot-y?
Robot-y? It was very professional, like it wasn't like he wasn't like screaming or anything like that, but it was
very business,
very like to the point. Yeah.
Okay.
So Clive, I would say because you're very, very proficient in this, you're able to put the epoxy and the wrap, the seal on the suit, and now just to see if it holds and if the fabric around it can.
Yeah. I'll crank up her oxygen a bit, so if it does leak, it'll compensate, and I'll say, all right, Doc, let's see if we can ease off on that a bit, and we'll see if this patch holds.
I'm just staring off into space. I'm not even paying attention. I'm literally staring off into space, actually.
All
as
right.
I'm just lost in thought.
So he's going to leave the doc to his own thoughts at this point, and Clive will just undo it and sort of gently release. Now, when I'm taking this off, flex your arm a little bit and get the blood going a bit, and you're probably going to get some pretty bad pins and needles from this. And he sort of eases it off, and he's checking the bio monitor on her on the arm and all that, and easing off a little bit, watching it, easing off, and so he's going to just do it as slowly as possible to make sure that it's working.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to hold for now, and as long as Allie's not moving, it seems like it's
just keep it as still as you can, and just as an extra precaution, he's got to put in a couple extra little band overlaps around it, just to it's going to be overkill. It's going to look like this big paper mache almost lump around her arm, but yeah, pretty much. But it should hold.
And as I watch that, I keep glancing back to see when I see that they've got Allie's suit under control. I'm gonna just gradually change course and point the buggy at the location of the distress signal.
As you do so, Fitzgerald, as you're kind of looking out into space, we pass by a dune or a rocky outcropping of the moon. And as you're looking, you slowly make out the look of a helmet and a spacesuit and an arm waving up and down. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh, man.
That's some David Lynch stuff right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary as hell.
David
That's
Lynch.
nightmare fuel. That's the worst part. The bug shit I can handle. The waving, creepy spaceman. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
8-legged space cockroach or whatever trying to kill us or kill you, you're okay with. But the creepy outdated spacesuit waving on the moon.
100%. Uncanny Valley, man.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
That checks out.
It doesn't matter. I'll deal with it. I'm clearly the chosen one.
Oh, Jesus. Wasn't Karen the chosen one last time?
Yep.
How'd that work out?
Yeah.
Great, actually.
Oh. Well, again.
Guys, wow. Damn.
Great job. Yeah. This is always the highlight of my month for role playing. No offense to Jake and Monday nights, but this game is what I always look forward to. Great way to end. This will be the end of my year for gaming. So thank you so much for the finishing it this way. We will be back. I looked it up earlier. I think it's January 12th is our next scheduled date for this game. We usually play the second Wednesday of the month. Sometimes we move it around to fit schedules in, but the second Wednesday of January will be the 12th. We'll be back with episode 3 of Silent Sky. So thank you again to Em, to Carrie, to Jake, Alex, and Karen. We're going on almost 2 years of this game now, aren't we? Yeah, it's coming up on 2 years. Yeah. I think it was 2 years ago in October when this group played together the first time in the Halloween game, and then we started the Call of Cthulhu in, I think, January or February of.
Remember when we thought that was going to be a one-shot?
Exactly. So here we are 2 years later, and I absolutely love this group and this game.
And this is our fourth Mythos.
Our fourth Mythos game. So yep. Love running this game. Love playing in this game. So we'll see everybody back here in 1 month. And I'll be back again with Let's Paint Tiny Things and International House of Minis, starting again in January. Jay Gellerman, Neophet, does have the finale for his Star Wars game here on the 19th. So that'll be the last official game on the channel, but I'm not in that one, so it doesn't count. For me. So,
Wow.
So, but no, definitely come check out Jay's game. He runs a fantastic game. We had to postpone the finale for that because of some scheduling issues. And we're wrapping up season 1 here on the 19th of December. We're going to raid over to Dr. Faust Painting Clinic real quick. So hang tight on the channel. Thank you again, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. Love having you here in chat. Thanks to all the new friends and for the raids, for the subs and the follows tonight. We'll see you all in the new year. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.